Hello guys, my name is Prav Yadav and welcome to our channel. Today I can going to talk about the 404 URLs error. If you if your website are getting 404 errors, then what is the best practices to you guys can do? Which URLs you are going to redirect them 301 redirection, or which URL you guys are going to removal, or which URL you are going to make 302 redirection and that kind of other things, and which URLs are important to you guys have to recreate your pages and then reactivate your pages. Okay, so these things I can going to talk about for this video. So simply you guys can open your search console. Okay, then you guys can go your pages section. Once you guys can go over there, then you guys can found if your website are getting a 404 errors, then you guys can found not found a 404 indication, and other is soft 404 URLs. Okay, so now we can going to open we our website are having a 41 404 pages. Okay, broken pages. So let me check. So first thing you guys can understand, if if this URL are important for you, if this URL are making any kind of sense, then you guys can make it redirection. Okay, so this URL is basically uh, for index HTML, while the website creating and the development phases, these URL are going to create dynamically. So this is not important to you guys have to create a separate, you guys are make any kind of redirection. Okay, so if you guys are getting any kind of 404 error, so first thing you guys have to check these URL are in Google database or not. So how you guys can check? So before HTTPS you guys can type cache, CACHE colon, then you guys can enter. If this URL are in Google database, then you guys can found your crawler time and data. Okay, so let me this URL is not in Google database, so I can show you how you guys can understand. CAC cache, I can show you my live pages, so you guys can see that kind of interface, which date a crawler are land your pages, and the what is the and the which things are uh, and you guys can see your how much data are crawled in your for Google database. Okay, so first thing you guys can understand these things, and let me check. This URL is not important for me, WP-JSON is not important for me. Let me check resources, Glen Recruiters resources. If these pages are important for me, then I can go into. Okay, so first thing what you guys have to do, first thing you guys can I can duplicate my search console, and I can show you what thing you guys can audit. So you guys can go your preference section, and there you guys can go your pages, and you guys can add any pages, and there is a three option: search type web pages, date last 3 months, and there is a page URL. So there you guys have to add your page, which page we are copied from there, from 404 URLs error. Okay, we are trying to check if this yeah, before some time ago this page are having some impressions, but not any kind of clicks or traffic. Okay, so we can ignore, this is not important for us, because if these page are make any kind of sense, then you guys can create recreate these pages, otherwise you can ignore. Okay, so this is a service URL, so machine learning, basically we are not providing a machine learning, so we can ignore these things. um, and for the one thing I can going to talk about to you guys, if you guys are try to make redirection 301 redirection all 404 URLs for your any kind of your index page or any other pages, so then these things this is not a good practices, because your website are getting a more sneaky redirection. These things are going to increase your website page load speed. Okay, and your page authoritativeness. So if any 404 URLs are making sense, if any 404 URLs are having uh, traffic, or if any 404 URLs are crawled or in the Google database, then you guys can make 301 redirection. Otherwise you guys can copy, and I can give you the solution what you guys can do if any 404 URLs are not important for you. Okay, so first thing we have checked these things. You guys can see privacy policy. A privacy policy is important for us, so we can going to copy, I can going to keep in my database, and I can going to create recreate these pages, privacy policy and the request and quote. So I can check this page are having any traffic or any crawlability. Yeah, not right now, but we can going to create these pages are important for us. So you guys can audit your 404 URLs firstly. If any pages are important, or if any URLs are having a traffic or in Google database, then you guys have to make redirection, or you guys can create recreate these pages. Okay, this is a practice, good practice for the 404 URL solution. And if any URLs are not important, like this page, this URL is not important for us, this URL is not important for us, this URL is not important for us, so what we can do? So we can going to make a removal. Okay, temporary removal. So there is a button you guys can export easily, and you guys can check your all URLs from bottom of the arrow section. You guys can check your all URLs. Okay, if any URLs are making any kind of sense, then you guys have to recreate these pages, or you guys can make it 301 redirection if any URLs are having a traffic or crawlability. If any URLs are 404 URLs are crawled or in Google database, then you guys have to make 301 redirection. Otherwise you guys can recreate this page. Okay, so we can do a normal practices for the 404 URLs solution. And if any URLs are not important, then you guys have to export your URL. There is a three option: Google Sheet, download an Excel file, and CSV. I have already downloaded recently, so I can show you this file I have downloaded. I can going to open now. And first thing, you guys can make it enable editing. And let me check, this is tab. Okay, so this is a URL, so I can crawl. All URL are not crawled. Okay, so there we can going to filter now. So index page are important for us and other things. So if I go, if I can going to audit all the URLs, it should be going to take a lot of time. Okay, so suppose that this URL is not important for us, so I can going to copy now. I can go easily Google Search Console. There is a option removal, URL removal. You guys can go there and you guys can hit new request, and there you guys can enter your there is a two option. Okay, temporary remove URL and the clear cache, URL cache. Okay, if you want to clear your URL cache, then you guys can clear your URL cache, remove this URL only, or if you guys are want to remove all URLs with this prefix. Suppose that if you guys are having any directory over there, then you guys can want to uh, remove clear all cache after your directory, so you guys can go with this option. Otherwise you guys can go. So if you want to clear your cache, you guys can do from there. If you guys can want to remove URL, you guys can hit over there. And you guys can click to next button, and then you guys can click again submit a request. Okay, so your one URL are submitted in Google Search Console database. Then Google, if Google are found these pages, if these pages are in Google database, then also Google can remove from the database. So these things we are following for the search 404. If we are getting 404 errors, then we guys are doing only these things. Okay, so you guys have to understand which URL are important to redirection, or which URL are important to recreation, or which URL are important to removal. So only the three factors for the 404 errors. So we are all doing these things, and this is our advanced practices for the 404 optimization. Okay, so still if you guys are watching till end, so thanks for watching guys. And if you guys are having anything concern, any doubts, any suggestion for me, or your friends, then you guys have to share your thoughts on a comment section. Share this video also with your friends. And And if you guys can want to connect with me personally, any kind of project or any kind of services or suggestion, so then you guys can find my social details over the description section. And for the last, I wanted to request you with one thing. If you guys are new on my channel, or if you guys are haven't subscribed this channel, so please, it's a humble request to please hit the subscribe and like button, because these things can motivate me to create rapidly videos for you guys. I hope you can understand. So okay, yaar, bye bye, take care.